Shalom, my friends. Welcome to this week's video. I'm not doing a word study. It's going to be more of a personal chat, if you will. Talking about a subject that I guess there aren't too many people that really want to talk about this, in terms of evangelists or pastors or whatever. In fact, this is, I'm talking about addiction to pornography. And this is a problem that's running rampant everywhere. Pastors, evangelists, they're getting caught up in it. But, that's not where I want to go. I want to focus on answering a question. I've been getting emails about this for, quite some time. And there's one teenager, young boy, who emailed me the first time maybe a year and a half ago. And, he expressed, I have this problem. He loves the Father. He loves being in the Word. He gets into my videos and everything, and he wants to pitch his tent with Elohim. But, he's a young teenager, and he's having a problem with porn. And, not even in school, his friends are encouraging him, they're all doing it. Satan's got a thing going on these days, hasn't he? I mean, with the internet being available in so many ways on cell phones and, personal computers and whatnot, everybody's going after this porn, and I don't know. A lot of them, I guess, maybe they think it's innocent. They think it's some of it. Maybe they think it's funny. Oh, hey, look at this. This is bad stuff. But especially when it comes to young children, and teenagers, I'm not discounting adults, but especially, a young boy like this who he doesn't know what to do about it. And, of course, I emailed him and I told him, I says, look, talk to the Father and, do this, that, and the other thing. And, he came back to me. I talked to him again. Well, just a few days ago, he emailed me again. He says, I know I should just talk to Yahuwah about this, and I hate to waste your time, but nothing seems to be working. I'm still having lustful thoughts, and I'm still watching pornography. I don't know why I'm so attacked by these demons. I can't see clearly anymore. And, I answered his email, and a couple hours later, somebody left a message publicly on my YouTube message board, pretty much the same thing. And be honest with you, I had a little trouble sleeping last night. Abba was telling me, I want you to talk about this. Nobody's willing to talk about it, and nobody would deliver a message like you will, Alan. Get in front of the camera. I've told you before, I don't come up with these videos. The Father puts something on my heart, and I just obey. So I want to talk to you. If you're having a problem with pornography, I have some things that I hope to say that I hope will help. When my daughter was 17 years old, one day she was sitting at the kitchen table with her best friend Jennifer, and they were talking about boys and, relationships. And at one point, my darling daughter, she asked me for my advice. And I says, okay, I'll tell you this, the best piece of advice you'll ever get. If you ever have sex with any boy before you get to know him, you will never get to know him. If you have sex with a boy, before you develop a relationship with him, you will never develop a relationship with him. You meet a boy and you have sex with him right away. A lot of girls are doing that. I'm not saying it's okay. I certainly don't say it's okay. Sex is something that should be reserved for marriage. Marriage only. I believe that Yeshua said, when you get to a point where you can't control yourself, it's time to get married. But anyway, you meet a boy, you have sex with him right away. Every time you're with him, your so-called relationship is going to be based on that, and it will never go past it. You will never develop a relationship. You'll never get to know him. And you will never find out what it's like to love him. He will never love you. You will never love him, because you will be caught in Satan's trap. You'll be caught in Satan's lie. And here is what's going on with pornography. It really comes down to Satan's lie. There's a difference between sex and love. Elohim created Eve from Adam because he saw that Adam needed companionship, and Elohim's design is for a man and a woman to join and become one. Echad. And create family, have babies. Yahweh, it's our Abba Father. He is all about family. Why did he create us? Because he wants to play with his kids. And what's all this crazy stuff going on the earth, with all this like darkness and confusion? He wants to find out who are his kids. He wants to find out which ones are the good seed, which ones are the bad seed. There's only two seeds in the world. Good seed, bad seed. Good seed, seed of Yeshua. Bad seed, seed of the serpent. Hashatan, Gadriel. So Satan hates marriage. He hates family. He hates the idea of love. And so what does he do? Really easy, He focuses on sex. Because when people have sex, they are not sharing each other. They're not, you can't share yourself with someone if you don't know them. You can't fall in love with someone or them with you if you don't get to know each other. And you jump right into sex. Having sex is not the same as making love. Example, nightclub. Two people meet at a bar and they're dancing together and they get loaded up. Their whole mental capacity is like screwed up to begin with. They go home, they have sex. Did they share anything? No. What did they experience? I call it glorified masturbation. You're masturbating, you're just using somebody else's body to do it with. And you're not going to get to know them. This is what Satan wants. It's not what Abba Father wants. Better still, you meet someone, there's an attraction. You start spending time together. You stay away from sexual temptations. And you can't do that without the indwelling Ruach. You look at the gifts of the Ruach. The address of that in the Word escapes me, but I'll put it on the screen here. You can go and you look at that, and there are the gifts of the Ruach. The last one mentioned is self-control. There's an importance to the order of things that are listed in the Word like that. Self-control comes last. And it's it's a part of the, pardon me, it's not the gifts, it's part of the fruit of the Ruach, self-control. And no one can have self-control unless they are growing in the fruit of the Ruach. I have a video, Salvation Past, Present, and Future. You can see the graphic here. At the end of this video, you'll see this graphic. You can click on it then, and it'll take you over to this video. Very important study. If you haven't seen it before, dig in. Take your time. Take notes. Watch it a dozen times, because there's salvation past, there's salvation present, there's salvation future. Salvation present is what I'm talking about here. This is where you receive the filling of the Ruach. And without that, you're not going to grow in the Ruach. You're not going to have the fruit of the Ruach being expressed. You're not going to have self-control. And when it comes to relationships, what Abba wants is for you to meet someone and spend time with them, a good amount of time, really get to know each other, to see if you do belong to one another or not. Got to keep sex out of the picture. If you don't, you are gonna get messed up. Because if you don't, you're breaking Abba's commands, his Torah, his teachings. Torah doesn't mean law, and you break the law, you get punished. Forget that. Torah means teaching. And the plural is Torot, teachings. But Abba, he gives us these things in his word out of love for us. Here's how you keep the devil from bringing darkness and confusion into your life and messing up everything about your life. You do these things. So you meet someone, you have to spend time with them, you have to get to know them, you have to exert control, and do not get involved in sexual activities. If you're going that way and you can't control yourself, you're better off stop seeing each other for a time than you are to continue, because if you continue, you're going to wind up in a relationship that you do not belong in. You're going to wind up in a relationship that takes you away from your relationship with Elohim. You're going to wind up in a relationship that just messes up everything in your life. And then you're going to, maybe if you get married, now you're locked in, and it'll be too late. You find out, oh, brother, this is a nightmare. I never should have done this. Then you're talking about divorce, brings more dark. Things can get really bad really fast. But the porno thing, I'm addicted to pornography. I can't stop. Why? Because the devil is keeping you in a state of confusion. If you will take the time to actually look at what you're doing, get it out and put it on the table, and look at it for what it is, you will see an unbelievable lie. It's nothing but a lie. First of all, what draws you to it? The desire to have a meaningful relationship with someone in your life. Now, you're going to the internet and you're looking at these pictures, and immediately you start daydreaming. You start, if I had this. You don't have this. There's the lie right off the bat. You're looking at a picture. You're not with someone. This woman is not yours. You have no business with her. Plus, you're looking at a girl, maybe she's, 25 years old. The video was taken, 50 years ago. She's 75 now. You just think about that? All right, so I'm cracking a joke. But the fact is, You go to this because, in your heart, Elohim has built a desire. And you're trying to fulfill this desire with what? Stupidity and ignorance? You're going to fulfill that desire with a photograph or a video? Come on. Get real. Look at what you're doing. This is not getting you anywhere. And when you go through that whole silly act, you get done, what happens? You feel something's been stolen from you, don't you? You feel dissatisfied, not satisfied. You feel empty. You feel robbed. You feel guilty. You don't want to be doing this. When you start doing it, you just get mixed up. You get filled with confusion. Why? Because there are demons whispering in your ear. Do this, ooh, look at this, look at that. They get you into it. You're not paying attention. You're sleepwalking, and you get caught up in this thing. It's over with. The demons are satisfied. They're gone. You wake up, and you go, oh, crap, what did I just do? This is wrong. Why? It's a lie. You believed in a lie. You made an agreement with a demon, or more than one, but you're making agreements with demons, and they just want to rob, kill, and destroy. And that's what they're doing. They're robbing your soul, your living experience. They're killing you, and they're destroying you. For what? All for nothing. You didn't get anything. You're left just as empty as you were before. You still don't have a relationship. It's a lie. Sex is also a lie. You should never have sex with anyone. That is not what Yahweh designed us for. It's for, let's back up to where we were talking about building a relationship. You meet someone. You spend time with them. In the Word, you build your relationship with them, with Elohim. And, here's another good thing, people they meet, it's based on sex. They wind up getting married. The marriage is like, and there's no real love going on because of Satan's trick right from the start with this lie about sex. They never built the relationship. The relationship was not founded and built with Elohim, and so it didn't flower into love. And with all this, and what I'm trying to get around to is Elohim's design with a man and a woman is for true companionship. And then when it comes to love making, it's an expression of love. The man is expressing his love to his wife, and the woman is expressing her love to her husband. And if you've not experienced this, it cannot be described. This is what you're looking for. This is what Elohim built in you, the desire that he built in you that Satan is stealing every time. He's just stealing it, and he's buying time, which is your entire life, because you're never coming around to this realization. Now, you want to get away from it. You can't. You will not. No matter what whether it's addiction to porn, alcoholism, drug addiction, anything, no one can fix themselves. There's only one way to fix these kinds of things, and that is to focus on what I talk about in this video I point to at the end here, salvation past, present, and future. You focus on all those, but focus on the second part, salvation present, growing in His Word, being washed in His Word, receiving the filling of the Ruach, His Spirit. You know, people say, oh, I got born again, I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. You know, that's salvation past. That's only the beginning. And then they walk away from it, you know, I'm saved, done. You never own it. You can't have it. You don't get it. You're always getting it. You have to grow in His Word. And that's where, when you know, salvation past is receiving His indwelling Ruach, His Spirit. Salvation present is receiving the filling of His Ruach. And that's where, after you dedicate your life to Him and make Him your Adon, your master, you receive His indwelling Ruach. That's just the beginning. Now that you have that, now you can go to His Word, and it's not going to be the written Word anymore. It's going to become the living Word. It's going to jump off the page. The Ruach is going to start giving you revelation. He's going to start growing you up and filling you with His fruit, which includes self-control. This is why you can't control yourself, because you're not getting the filling of the Ruach. So you have to work. Also, you know, these things don't happen in your time. Abba Father, His Son Yeshua, and His indwelling Ruach, that's Elohim, is the author and the finisher of your faith, not you. So, like I was saying, you can't fix these things. Only He can, and only He will. But it's not the way that you expect it. It's not how you expect it. His ways are not our ways. He's going to do it His way. And He might leave you dealing with it and fighting it for a longer time because, get this, He wants you to get to the point where you see the lie. Where you finally look at what you're doing and you go, this is stupid. Where you finally see the lie. There's no satisfaction here. This is ridiculous. You know, I'm looking at her, ooh, you know, look at her legs. Guess what? Everybody has legs. Look at her this, that, and the other. Everybody has this, that, and the other thing. What am I doing? This is a picture. I've spent years trying to have a relationship with a bunch of videos. Plus, look what they're doing, man. This is wrong. This is disgusting. There's nothing beautiful here. Abba wants you to finally see that for yourself. He doesn't want to just take it away from you. He wants you to learn something. He wants you to learn the devil's lies. He wants you to see it. So if you're still in it, you can't get away from it. Maybe it's because you're not yet looking at what you're doing. You're not yet seeing how stupid it is. I mean, look, you know, take a fork and slam it into your hand. You'll probably only do that one time. Right? Why? Well, it's stupid. It's hurting me. Really? One more thing, very important to do, is some house cleaning. Any kind of books or music or videos or, you know, little statues, graven images, you need to go through everything you own and clean house. Because if you have things in your living environment that demons have attached themselves to, you know, it'll make things more difficult. You know, that's That's my answer to this question. It's a big deal. You know, Satan's really got a grip on a lot of people out there because pornography, cell phone, iPad, computer, lots of privacy. Nobody knows what you're doing. Really? Nobody knows? Well, guess what? Elohim knows. Your guardian Malachim know. Angels. And you know too, or you would if you would just look at what you're really doing. Look at what you're really accomplishing. Nothing. Look at what you're really getting. Worse than nothing. Deception, lies. Focus on a real relationship. Pray on it. Talk to Abba, you know. He hears you, and he is answering your prayers. Whether or not you're paying attention is another question. He could be answering your prayer, you know. There's some girl that he's trying to get you to meet, and you're not paying attention because you're looking at your cell phone. She's standing over there. You pray, then you have to look for his answers. They come in a myriad of ways, not the same for any two people. But that's the deal. This is what's going on. Satan is delivering a lie and a deception. He is looking to rob, to kill, and to destroy anything he can in your life. You're going to let him keep doing it by not waking up, by not looking at what he's giving you. You know, takes a little effort, takes a little time, takes a little common sense. But eventually, if you keep looking at the truth of what you're doing, eventually you're going to come to a point where, like, you're just going to see that it's something that's worthless and you don't want it anymore. And that only comes through the filling of the Ruach. As always, I hope and I pray that this video is a beracha to you and to many, many others. Abba willing, I'll see you here next week. Until then, shalom, my friends. Yeah. Now 2,000 years have gone by, it's another working day. Some would rather let it lie, but the question still remains.